you. Thank you. Please be seated. Graduating students, President Schultz, Provost Ford, distinguished members of the Platform Party, faculty, staff, family, and friends. I am honored to welcome you to the University of Oregon School of Law's commencement celebration for the JD and LLM classes of 2024. My name is Marcelyn Burke, and I am the Dean of the Law School, and I hold the Dave Frohmeyer Chair in Leadership and Law. It is an honor to be here with you for such an important occasion. We are here today to recognize and to celebrate the achievement of this year's two graduating classes. One, those who have completed 3 years of study leading to the Juris Doctor degree, the law degree, and those who already hold a law degree and have completed additional study leading to the Master's of Law, or LLM degree. These are both great achievements, and one that you should be particularly proud of given what we have all been through over these past few years. You have shown a resilience that will serve you well in the years to come. Graduates, for each of you, Oregon Law's goal was to help you find your voice, refine that voice, and learn how to use that voice to advocate for justice, your clients, and your cause. You have shaped this chapter of your story on what mattered to you and how you got to this place in your life. From here, you now have the skills and knowledge to drive change and chart your own path to success, however you define it. That is something to truly celebrate. To those of you in the audience, we are deeply grateful that you have joined us today. None of us get through life alone, even though it may seem that way at times. That is also true about getting through the challenges of law school. Multi-generational wisdom and support from friends, family, and mentors is priceless. So as the speakers direct their comments to those who are wearing this academic regalia, know that we truly honor you, your part in our graduates' journey as well. Graduates, please rise and give your supporters a round of applause. Thank you. You may be seated. Our commencement ceremony today will include 4 parts. First, we will hear remarks from graduating students and the presentation of the class gift. Second, we will present 2 law school awards. Third, we will hear the keynote address by our commencement speaker. And then the reason we are all gathered here today, our LLM and JD graduates will walk across this stage to receive their degrees. Now, I know we've all been to commencements where they tell you to hold your applause, and this is a dignified ceremony, and so there shouldn't be any whooping and hollering. That is not this ceremony. Okay? That's it. I want your best whoop, your best cheers, because what your loved ones have done is truly remarkable. Now, by tradition, the first to address us at commencement is the Student Bar Association president. And this year, that distinction goes to Maren Sommerfeld. Maren is from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. She studied sociology at the University of Alberta and public relations at McGill University in Montreal. During her time at law school, Marin has been heavily involved in student organizations and committees, including 3 years on the Student Bar Association and the Dean's Student Advisory Committee. Marin also has served as operations editor for the Journal of Environmental Law and Litigation, and as a fellow for both the Frohnmeyer Leadership Program and the Oxford Consortium for Human Rights. Outside of school, you can often see Marin playing ultimate frisbee with the team she started along with her friends and fellow law school students. After graduation, Marin will take the Oregon Bar with plans to pursue a career in trial work. She will now fulfill her last official duty as Student Bar Association president by delivering her remarks. Please welcome Marin Sommerfeld.
Faculty, staff, distinguished guests, family, friends, and my fellow classmates. 3 years ago, we funneled into the William W. Knight Law Center for the first time to attend our 1L orientation. I remember it was there that Dean Burke encouraged us, or perhaps warned us, saying that 3 years goes by very fast, and she was very right. My Yellow Section classmates will probably remember the following anecdote, but I want to repeat it today. During our first year, our torts professor, Professor Gauthier, who's a fellow Canadian, spoke to us on the last day of class. We were entering our first exam season in law school, and our collective anxiety was very apparent. He ended his lecture early and gave a rousing speech where he encouraged us with the words, "On to Cincinnati." It went something like this. In late September of 2014, the New England Patriots had just lost 41-14 to the Kansas City Chiefs. It was a devastating loss for a typically effective team. When Coach Belichick sat down for an interview a couple days later, he had only a few words to say: "We're on to Cincinnati." The Patriots were due to play the Cincinnati Bengals next, and Coach wanted to make his next point very clear. Right now, his team was focused on the next task at hand, and that task was Cincinnati. A few days later, the Patriots played Cincinnati at Gillette Stadium, and they won the game 43-17. The Patriots later went on to win the Super Bowl that year. Now, Professor Gauthier told us this story alongside the advice that after every exam, we put it behind us and focus on what's next. We're on to Cincinnati. Today, as we walk across the stage and accept our JD and LLM degrees, we are once again on to Cincinnati. We get to walk out of law school today hopeful, excited, nervous about what is next. So what is next? The most lawyerly answer I can give is, it depends. We are a diverse graduating class with 170 unique life stories. We came from different parts of the country and different parts of the world. We belong to different races and ethnicities. We speak different languages. We practice different religions. We are members of the LGBTQ+ community. We have disabilities, both visible and invisible. And we each came to Oregon law with unique interests and ambitions. The next chapters of our stories will be as unique as the journeys that brought us to Oregon law. What is next for many of us is the bar exam, but we might also be pursuing an alternative to the bar, a JD Advantage career, returning to academia, or pivoting to another journey altogether. Some of us might never read another case again, and some of us might help write a landmark judicial opinion. And some of us might literally move to Cincinnati. Ultimately, what is next for us is beautifully undefined. To my classmates, no matter what comes next, I hope you remember to do 2 things on your next journey. The first is to take care of yourself. Underneath each gown and tam on stage today is an incredibly resilient human being. I've had the privilege, as Student Bar Association president, to personally witness the mental fortitude that each of you have exemplified during our incredibly stressful years at law school. Please prioritize your mental and physical well-being so that we can collectively create positive change within the legal profession and our communities. The second is to stay connected. Starting today, we join an incredible network as Oregon Law alumni. Just as we've leaned on one another for 3 years, I hope we get to lean on each other throughout our careers. And as you sit on stage today, I hope you take a moment of time to look out to your loved ones and reflect on this incredible achievement you have just accomplished. You didn't do it alone, and you should take courage knowing that no matter what comes next, you don't have to do that alone either. We're on to Cincinnati together. Congratulations to my colleagues and friends, the class of 2024. It is now my honor to introduce our Master of Laws, or LLM, elected class speaker, Nabwefe Shedrack Ezema. Nabwefe arrived last summer from the city of Ethiopia in the Engu state of Nigeria. He attended law school at the University of Nigeria in Nsukka and practiced law there. He's receiving his LLM with a concentration in environmental and natural resources law, and his goal is to influence policy and legal reforms in natural resources governance in Nigeria. Please welcome Nabwefe Shedrack Ezema.
Thank you, everyone. The president of the university, the faculty, staff, and our distinguished guests. Thank you for being here for us. Before I proceed, kindly permit me to acknowledge the wisdom of my root. Where I come from, gratitude is everything. And that's why the Igbo people of Nigeria would say, "Mmadụ ka eji aga." This means that progress is possible, but only with the help of your community. Without the help of a lot of persons that I met on my journey to where I'm standing today, I won't be speaking here today. They are so numerous to mention, but my family, particularly my wife and my 4 little sons, who wish to be here today with me, but couldn't make it. I thank them for their support, and I thank all of you for being here. Sandy Besson, my host, she's seated here today as my family. I thank you, Sandy. As a Nigerian, our journey through the law school reminds me of the words of a famous teacher and philosopher called Tai Solarin, who was known to wish Nigerians rough roads every New Year. New Years are new beginnings for Nigerians. He was indirectly reminding us to follow a path that leads to rewards. My classmates and I came from different national backgrounds and made varying degrees of sacrifices on our journeys. Every one of us has a story to tell about personal challenges on the road to Eugene. In my own case, it was a bit more dramatic. I experienced robbery, loss of personal belongings, and the uncertainties associated with journeying into the unknown. But today, we all look back to our painful experiences with gratitude, because they have richly rewarded us. Our class was a melting pot of diverse nationalities, beliefs, and personal goals. Yet, the commonality of our experience at the law school united us. That experience has broadened our perspectives and bridged our individual interests in the future of humanity. Prudence, Fahad, Nora, Tariq, Agadir, Cassius, myself, and others we shared classes with, but who are yet to graduate. We are products of different cultures, yet we shared reconcilable perspectives on the goal of law as a discipline. I can proudly say that the LLM class of 2024 is a proof that law is united by one universal objective: pursuit of justice. Today, as we stand tall in our proud achievements, we cannot but reflect on the significance of our sacrifices. It was indeed a difficult journey through the law school. Many times, occasions challenged us, challenged our resilience, and threatened to break us. We did not just study, we learned on the job. Marathon classes, looming assignment deadlines, tasking exams, work shifts. And for some of us who are husbands, wives, or parents, the added loads of family responsibilities. Thankfully, the law school stayed true to its responsibilities as a good teacher. We could not have made it this far if we did not have the benefit of best assurances and best supports. We were mentored with so much of that timeless wisdom of Abraham Lincoln. Teach them well, but do not pamper, since it is only in the test of fire that you know if the steel is real. We are indeed the real steel. We consider our degrees so important. But even more important to us now is the value which has enabled us to succeed against all odds. That same value, which sometimes enables people with no degrees to succeed, even where people with degrees might not. We must therefore be reminded that our degrees confer us with no immunity against real-world challenges, pains, or failures. This is a call to never be discouraged in the face of adversities as we go all out to explore a world of endless possibilities. Learning, they say, is a continuous process. Today, we begin a new chapter in our journey of learning. To my classmates, I say, let our knowledge be a shining light on the many dark paths of injustice. Let us bear in mind that knowledge is not a goal in itself, but a tool for societal progress. Let us pursue public interests more than we pursue our sectional goals. Our collective journey through the University of Oregon School of Law is a testament to the fact that we have risen above our personal sentiments and biases and have become global citizens. At every bend, on our path to success, let us continue to display the courage of true dogs. We must stay dry and upbeat, even if it rains, suffering, pains, adversities. And certainly, the sun will be waiting for us at the point of last drop. Congratulations, the LLM class of 2024. We made it. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Now it is my honor to introduce the JD class speaker, Justice Kelly. Justice, yes, his name is Justice. He was born and raised in San Francisco Bay Area. Before law school, he studied social psychology at Sonoma State University, pardon me. At Oregon Law, Justice competed with the moot court oral argument team and served as staff editor for the Oregon Law Review. He completed externships with the United States Attorney's Office and the Public Defender of Marion County. He also met his fiancée, Juliet, a fellow law student who is on this stage today. Isn't that amazing? Upon graduation, Justice will continue in criminal defense as an associate attorney in Bend, Oregon. Please welcome Justice Kelly.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm really truly honored to have the opportunity to represent the JD class of 2024. I honestly, I don't even mind if most of my votes came from the fact that a group of law students thought justice for commencement was a clever slogan. I will take it, so thank you all, and thank you, Mom and Dad, for the assist there. I'd like to start by acknowledging a commonality that all members of this graduating class share, and that's that everybody in this group at one point thought, probably quietly to themselves at first, I think I could become a lawyer. And despite how you may have felt at various times the last few years, your presence on this stage today shows that that belief was not a misplaced confidence, but rather a genuine willingness to commit to this incredibly demanding experience that you've all been through. I mean, we applied to law school at the apex of a worldwide pandemic. That was truly a decision to commit to the unknown. And, especially in those first few months, most of us, and probably all of us, had moments of sincere self-doubt, had moments where we became very familiar with this infamous feeling of imposter syndrome. And let's be honest, the inherent demands of that first year of law school, they're not super helpful in disabusing you of this feeling. So I thought we should review some of those demands for old time's sake. You all showed up as first-year law students, and you were assigned hundreds of pages of readings, which described complex legal doctrines using Latin phrases and offensively long sentences, and you were advised to distill these grammatic nightmares into your own words. And then in class, you were randomly selected to engage in back and forth with your professors in front of your peers. Think about that. You're asked to have public conversation with genuine masters of their field, many of whom sit before me now, regarding a topic that you learned existed maybe 12 hours before. That's being generous for many of us. And then finally, after 3 months of intensive study each semester, your entire course grade is based on your performance on a single 3-hour exam. So all this to say what you already know and what probably everybody here has heard through distressed phone calls over the years, law school can be really hard. But eventually these tasks become more manageable, and that feeling of imposter syndrome becomes easier to deal with. Because as you make your way through this experience, you really do have the opportunity to witness yourself evolve, both as a student and a person. And you begin to learn that those moments where we feel vulnerable and uncomfortable, the moments where we're truly stepping out into the unknown of any given situation, those are ultimately the moments where our individual growth is taking place. And studying law, if anything, it teaches you that the only true requirement in making it through these challenges, and a requirement that law school just demands again and again, is to just have the commitment to show up and do your best. Law school demands that you exhibit resilience in an environment that can literally seem like it's trying to get you to quit sometimes. And resilience is what every single person on this stage has shown the last 3 years. Every person here has continued to show up, and so that's worth celebrating. But of course, the unknown of life is never going to dissipate. We will always be faced with outcomes that we just could have never predicted. But the mark of success is having the courage to show up anyway. So to the 2024 JD class, continue to show the same resolve that these last 3 years have required of you, and just keep showing up in the face of the unknown. Thank you. I would now like to introduce the third-year law student class representatives, Lauren Dorsey and Austin Speza-Schwiff, to present their class gift. Lauren Nicole Dorsey originally hails from Long Island, New York. She received a BA in Environment Economics and Politics from Claremont McKenna College in Los Angeles before serving as a Sustainable Agricultural Peace Corps volunteer in Benin, West Africa. In law school, Lauren co-founded the Environmental Justice Student Organization, co-directed the Public Interest Environmental Law Conference, and was on the Outlaws Board. Although she has thoroughly enjoyed exploring the mountains and the coffee shops of Oregon, Lauren hopes to pursue a career in water justice after sitting for the New York and California bars. Austin O'Keefe Speza-Schwiff is from Hood River, Oregon. He worked as a substitute teacher before coming to law school. During law school, he was a member of the Moot Court Board, president and then vice president of the Jewish Law Students Association, and an SBA 2L and 3L representative. After law school, he plans to practice some form of criminal law if he survives the bar. Well, we believe in you, Austin. Please welcome Lauren and Austin to the podium.
Hello, Oregon Law community. I'm Austin.
And I'm Lauren, and we have been honored to be your 3L Student Bar Association co-representatives this past year.
Once upon a time, when I was first on the precipice of starting law school, I was told that law school is a little bit like high school. We have prom, a super healthy dose of drama, and intense competition for grades, of course. But after 3 years of law school, I can say, and I don't mean offense to any of you when I say this, I actually think that law school is a lot more like kindergarten. You start with no idea what you're doing, you're gonna need somebody to hold your hand for a while, and there's the occasional incident where you cry for no reason but nobody judges you. You also learn and grow a ton as a person in law school.
And looking back on that growth, here at the end of one journey and the start of a new one, on this symbolic, hard-earned day, every graduating class announces its gift to future students. Austin and I enjoyed reading your creative ideas, and we're excited to announce something to enhance what is arguably the best part of kindergarten, playtime. The class gift of 2024 is a few pinball machines for the student lounge, repainting and upgrading the basketball court, and of course, a paper towel dispenser for the kitchen, because yes, we do still make some messes. Austin and I hope you'll be happy with this gift, but even more importantly, that you're proud of each of your legacies, the way each of you has made your mark here at UO Law. Congratulations, everyone, and our wonderful families and friends included. And thank you to the students for being a part of these 3 years with us. Thank you. And now, please welcome Dean Burke back to the podium.
Thank you to all of our student speakers for their fine words, and to the members of the class of 2024. On behalf of the entire law school, I thank you for your thoughtful gifts. Now we're moving to part 2, and that is the presentation of law school awards. The law school faculty has presented many awards to students throughout their legal education, and you can find those listed by student name in your programs. Others, such as membership in the Order of the Coif, the law school's academic honor society, are yet to be determined and will be awarded in the weeks to come. Today, I am privileged to present 2 awards given each year at commencement: the law school's Meritorious Service Award and the Dean Orlando John Hollis Outstanding Faculty Teaching Award. These awards have been created by the law faculty to honor those whose service has enhanced our students' education and advanced the role of law in our society. The Meritorious Service Award is the highest award given by the law school, and it is presented each year at commencement to a person or persons whose contributions to the law have been extraordinary. This year, the law school presents this distinction to Professor Emerita Susan Gary. Professor Gary, please join me here at the podium. So Professor Gary began teaching at the University of Oregon School of Law in 1989 and formally joined the faculty as an associate professor in 1992. Since then, she has engaged in extensive service to the state of Oregon, the university, and the law school, including her work with the Oregon Law Commission, where she helped modernize the state's probate process. She served on the University Board of Trustees and as an Associate Dean for Academic Affairs. A noted trust and estate scholar, Professor Gary has authored or co-authored 6 books, 22 law review articles, and over 90 practice-oriented or legislative articles, chapters, and reports. In recognition for her work, among other national legal organizations, she has been elected to and served on the American Law Institute, on the Uniform Law Commission, and as a fellow of the American Bar Foundation, and finally as an academic fellow in the College of Trusts and Estates Council. Finally, in recognition of her outstanding teaching, she was awarded the law school's Hollis Teaching Award in 2019. Professor Gary, thank you for your broad and deep service to our school and the profession. You have made a significant difference, and we are grateful for your incomparable service. Thank you. Our next award is the Hollis Teaching Award. Years ago, the law school faculty created a teaching award to honor longtime dean of the school, Orlando John Hollis. The award recognizes a faculty member each year who demonstrates excellence in the classroom instruction. It is unlikely that many of you have ever met Dean Hollis, but you may have noticed his picture in the main hallway in the law school near the Commons, and a display case that includes details of his lifetime of service to the law school. Dean Hollis committed his life's work to the school and its students. At his death, he left his life savings to endow law student scholarships and faculty professorships. This year's Hollis Teaching Award is presented to Andy Wyndon. I'm going to try this again. I'm not that sure. All right. We clearly didn't rehearse that part. Professor Wyndon teaches transactional business law courses. His scholarly interests include corporate governance, securities regulation, and sustainability. He joined our faculty in the fall of 2022 after teaching at the University of Florida Levin College of Law. When our personnel committee solicited nominations for the Hollis Teaching Award earlier this spring, Professor Wyndon received many nominations from both students and faculty. The nominator said that Professor Wyndon is a demanding teacher, but he is also clear, supportive, and caring. He devotes a great deal of time to class preparation and to helping students with their papers. He has been especially supportive of traditionally underrepresented students in law school. Although he's just in his second year at Oregon Law, he's an experienced teacher and well-deserving of this award. As one student emphasized, we are lucky to have him at UO Law. Please join me in congratulating Professor Wyndon on his receipt of the Hollis Teaching Award. Now, for the third part of our program, it is my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker today, University of Oregon School of Law 2011 graduate, Marisha Bay Taylor. Marisha has been named one of the top lawyers under 40 by the National Bar Association. They are an intellectual property lawyer and the founding partner of the law office of Marisha Bay Taylor in Los Angeles, California. They work to help clients and monetize, to protect and monetize creative capital, assisting with all aspects of intellectual property protection, entertainment law, trademark, copyright, name, image, and likeness, cease and desist, brand collaborations, and contracts. Bay Taylor's clients include civil rights activists, social media influencers, fashion designers, visual artists, photographers, filmmakers, musicians, and trailblazing global thought leaders. They also work with Nike, serving as outside counsel to the brand marketing department. They sit on the board of the Black Women Lawyers Association of Los Angeles and serve as an adjunct professor at Santa Monica College. They recently received the Outstanding Service and Leadership Award from the Black Women Lawyers Association of Los Angeles as well. Marisha is a member of the California State Bar, the U.S. District Court, Central District of California, and the Illinois Bar. Marisha received Oregon Law's Outstanding Recent Alumni Award in 2021. This recognition is given to law graduates who have made significant career, leadership, or service contributions to their communities, to the School of Law, or to the legal profession within the first 10 years after graduation. Marisha has called their years at Oregon Law some of the best times of my life, and it is my great pleasure to welcome them back today. Please join me in welcoming Class of 2011 University of Oregon School of Law alumni, Marisha Bay Taylor.
Thank you, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, my non-binary kindred, esteemed faculty, proud parents and family, the class of 2024. I'm very honored to be in front of you all today. Graduating in 2011, 13 years ago. I know. I hope I don't look it, a little, it was 13 years ago though. I never imagined I would be back here, all grown up, giving a graduation speech. But here we are, and I am truly honored. I remember still being an undergrad. I think I was about 21 years old, in the process of applying to law schools, and I found this quote that really stuck out to me. The quote is, "A lawyer is either a social engineer or a parasite on society." And I could tell you that resonated with me deeply, and it's something I've always carried with me. That quote is from Charles Hamilton Houston. He was born in 1895, a black man. He eventually did become a lawyer. He served as general counsel to the NAACP and was known as the man that killed Jim Crow. He was even a mentor to the late, great Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall. He also served as the dean at the Howard University School of Law, and he once said to his students, "A lawyer is either a social engineer or a parasite on society." And I just want us to sit with that for a moment, and then we can dissect it. I think this resonated with me so deeply because it's both a word of caution, but it also encapsulates the esteem our profession holds. This idea of being a social engineer, the ingenuity, the innovation, the activism that can all come from this title of attorney. It also stands on this juncture of polarization. It's like you're at a fork in the road and you have to choose. You could be a social engineer or you're going to be a parasite on society. You get to choose. That is a choice we all make. And I think that's what being a lawyer is. It's a constant practice of your own discernment, the power to say yes and no, exercising your third chakra, if you will. Do I have any yogis in the building? Namaste, namaste, ashe, ashe. Charles Hamilton, he went on to explain what he meant by social engineer. A social engineer is a highly skilled, perceptive, sensitive lawyer who understands the Constitution of the United States and knows how to explore its uses in solving the problems of local communities and bettering the conditions of underprivileged citizens. And I've always carried this with me for the past 16 years or so. And it's what I attempt to do every day when I get up in my practice. My practice consists of protecting the creations of Black creators and LGBTQIA innovators, and I carry this with me, the words of Charles Hamilton Houston. This is what I've done in my role as a social engineer, as a lawyer, as an activist, and I hope to continue to carry these words of Charles Hamilton Houston for the duration of my career and the duration of my life. Today, we are all gathered here celebrating your academic achievements, but also acknowledging our collective responsibility as legal practitioners and our power to shape the world around us. I know your journey through law school has been riddled with countless hours of study, rigorous debates, stress, and perhaps a fair share of Thunbar and Rennies. I remember Thunbar, I do. Yet through it all, you have emerged as advocates, armed not only with legal knowledge, but also with a deep sense of purpose. So use that. Don't ignore your internal moral compass, and use your tools as social engineers. And keep the words of Charles Hamilton Houston always at bay and at heart. Thank you for having me, and congratulations, class of 2024.
Thank you, Marisha, for those encouraging and timely remarks. You continue to inspire each of us, and we are grateful for all the ways that you are indeed a social engineer in our community. And now to the fourth and final part of our program, the conferral of degrees. Degrees are formally conferred by the University of Oregon, not the law school. And to deliver the relevant degree conferring words at the heart of this entire celebration, I welcome to the podium University of Oregon Interim President and Interim Provost and Executive Vice President, Dr. Karen Ford.
Welcome and good afternoon. I am delighted to be here for such an important occasion. We are all thrilled to celebrate the accomplishments of our graduating JD and LLM students. Family, friends, guests, faculty, staff, and colleagues, some of the many people who have helped make today possible, we thank you for the support, encouragement, and faith you have offered these graduates. Graduates, thank you for the hope and courage that brought you to law school and for the time, effort, dedication, and resilience that got you through it. On behalf of the University of Oregon, I wish you success and satisfaction in your careers. We all look forward to hearing how you've put your learning to good use in the years to come. Now for the declaration that makes it all official, I will ask the graduates to stand. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University of Oregon, and upon the recommendation of the Dean and faculty of the School of Law, I hereby confer upon you the degree for which you have qualified. Congratulations to you all.
You may be seated. Yes. Each year, the graduating class is invited to elect marshals to guide them through this ceremony. This year's classes have asked Mohammed Elian, the LLM program director, and our Hollis Teaching Award winner, Professor Andy Winden, to do the honors. Mr. Elian will call the LLM names, followed by Professor Winden, who will call the JD names. So here we go. Audience, now is the time to get your cameras ready, your phones. All right, here it is, and we will start with the LLM graduates. Please stand, and marshals, I invite you to the podium.
طارق إبراهيم العواجي نورة إبراهيم الدهيمان فهاد عبد الرحمن ملحم الغدير محمد آل ثنيان نبويفة شدراك أزمان أجوروغيني برودنس أوبرابي كاسياس جون سوسو
Fina Schwant Alexander. Kanani Jane Almeida. Eric J. Andrus. Miranda Cheyenne Barfield. Jacob Thomas Barham. Cole Davis Barrett. Joshua Baumgarten. Samantha Erin Beatty. Hannah Rose Lamb. Alexa T. Leskowski. Alexander Dustin Bogage. Amber Nicole Bozeman. Hallie Brennan. Carly K. Buchanan. J.C. Ann Butcher. John Peter Caffarelli. Kelsey Hartley Campbell. Lucas Joseph Michael Chapman. Shauna L. Chrisman. Elizabeth Ann Christensen. Georgia Antiope Christopoulos. Elizabeth Ann Clark. Jordan Frederick Clark. Katie Rose Conzaneri. Aaron M. Curran Tileston. Danielle Curtis. Elizabeth Down. Nicholas A. Delacorte. Jack Joseph Della Russo. Lauren Nicole Dorsey. Hannah Patricia Doherty. Sean James Downing. Samuel Dylan Driver. Jonathan William Dagoni. Philip Anthony Ebers. Erica A. Eden. Kathleen Eiler. Lucas Power Feldman. Lindsay S. A. Free. Jessica Lane Gardner. Kate Garofalo. Darren G. Paolo Stefano Georgiades. Natalie Jill Gillard. Greg J. Junta. Grant Casey Gomez. David Brennan Goon. Jenna Lee Green. Danielle Omema Griffin. Dylan Wesley Guess. Justin Gabriel Haddad. Frederick Fabio Hondoko. Sophia K. Harris. Sarah Hartman. Anya Elizabeth Hutman. Juliet Ashley Hayden. Taylor McCall Hayden. Grace Marie Hedstrom. Dylan Michael Hine. Brandon Parker Hertz. Allison V. Hess. Tyler C. Hahn. Casey Ann Hooker. Molly M. Hooks. Tiffany Lene Howell. Alexandra Rose Husick. Taylor M. Jacobs. Brooklyn Alicia Johnson. Veronica Erin Jones. Elise Kate Josephson. Valerie Grace Juntanen. Alana Esther Carden. Alyssa Roshan Kareem. Alicia Noor Kazi. Seth M. Keller. Justice Kelly. Valerie Rose Kennedy. Allison Alexandria Kinnard. Jared Ryder Kleber. Spencer M. Kerner. Kendra Jane Colbert. Evan Grace Kuski. Alexandra Simone Lawton Yoder. Max Lentz. Will Francis LaRue. Jingbo Lee. Bailey June Logan. Dylan Purcell Lowe. Julie Kate Lowell. Alex McKay. Jordan Marie Maddy. Avery Mallett. James Arthur Markin IV. Case Collier Martin. Daniel W. Malden. Elizabeth A. Mayans. Cassidy B. McCoy. Matthew Boswell McDonald. Graydon James McFarland. Matthew R. McMillan. Bailey Boatsman McQueenie Rose. Sophie Elizabeth Mees. Reverend Cooper Jeffrey Mittelhauser. Rebecca Faith Moeller. Samantha Blake Morrison. Coral Emily Messy. Brad Mullen. Alexander Ward Musicant. Eric Nakamura. Keely Lauren Nelson. Michael A. Newman. Todd A. Newmister. Misty Spring Nichols. Edward David Nunez. Aiden Aaron O'Brien. Amaya Omani. Oluwashefumi Samantha Osunshade. Erica R. Paulson. Edward Peters. Justin Powell Jimenez. Nicole Andrea Prada Trevino. Mallory Fallon Dunn Ransdell. Madeline Gail Reese. Mitchell Gordon Renner. Anna Dobashi Royton. Danielle Lynn Reege. Jocelyn Rivera. Rachel Sarah Schnapper. Elizabeth Grace Schwab. Abigail Lee Shearer. Jones K. Sinclair. Bubba D. Sky Smith. Marin L. Sommerfeld. Austin O'Keefe Spasia Schwiff. Hazel Brady Sturgewalt Spires. Elise Janice St. Louis. Kelsey Ann Stevenson. Isaac Stone. Brennan M.D. Symes. Sarah Milan Takesian. Jonathan G. Tassa. Kelly Tedeschi Bowman. Jenna Marie Teeny. Chloe Nicole Tesh. Jillian Nora Thayer. Caleb Tyler Todd. Pavan Tolani. Leslie Diana Valencia. Lauren Faye Veronin. Fiona Sky Vettis. Isaiah Soul Watson. Taylor V. Weber. Michaela Elizabeth West. Taylor L. Westland. Kylie Mei Yi Wong. Mariana A. Zapata. Irong Zhou. Grace Maritzka Zusman.
Thank you. Thank you. But you know who you are. You won. So graduates, we are so looking forward to hearing about the paths that you take in the coming years. For most of you, the next step on that path, after celebrating this accomplishment, is studying for and passing a bar exam. We have every confidence in you, and we will be here to support you the whole way. To the loved ones, please enjoy this time with your graduates. And then remember, they have very important work to do this summer. Please continue to support them and try not to tempt them with things like trips to Europe or Bali when they should be studying. They will have plenty of time for that after they take the bar exam. And finally, to the graduates, I want to say, please remember that you will always be a part of the Oregon law community. And please keep in touch as you go forth on your journey. Once a law duck, always a law duck. Now, immediately following this ceremony, everyone is invited to join us for a reception in honor of the class of 2024 on the practice court in this arena. Signs are posted as you exit the doors, and people will be in the hallways to direct you. Please make your way into the practice arena where you'll find refreshments, a photo booth, and appearance by the UO Duck. And you will find your graduates joining you there soon. But kindly remain in your seats until the graduates and the faculty have proceeded down the aisle. The platform party will begin, followed by the faculty seated in front of the stage, and we will come out accordingly. This concludes our commencement exercises. Thank you again for being here to celebrate with all of us. And go Ducks!